The scent of lavender lingered in the air, mingling with the faint traces of whatever fragrant oil she'd raved about at that spa for weeks. There was something different about her tonight, a glow I hadn't seen in months. Her cheeks were flushed, her eyes shining with a vitality that felt foreign, almost electric. It was like she'd plugged herself into a source of energy I couldn't name, one I suspected I didn't want to know about. "How was it?" I asked, forcing my voice to remain steady as she floated past me, humming a tune I didn't recognize. "Divine," she said, her words dripping with excitement. "Absolutely divine, Colton." She tossed her purse onto the kitchen counter with an ease born of habit. "They have this incredible facial massage. I swear it took 10 years off my face. You should try it sometime." I studied her, narrowing my eyes, trying to swallow the cold suspicion twisting in my stomach. Was it really just a spa day, or had she washed away 10 years of guilt? I'd sensed it for weeks, the late nights at work, whispered phone calls, the flinch when I reached for her. Every detail pointing to a truth I wasn't ready to face, yet couldn't deny any longer. So I did what I had to do. I hired a private investigator. The report hit like a punch to the gut. Pictures, dates, times, all laid out in ruthless clarity. The man wasn't someone I knew, just a younger guy from the gym, the type she likely thought made her feel young again. I spent the next few days carefully planning my response, focusing my anger into something deliberate. I wouldn't yell. I wouldn't beg. I wanted her to understand, to feel the sting of betrayal I had been living with. "I'm glad you had fun," I said, forcing a smile that felt more like a grimace. "I actually made us dinner." Her eyes widened. Usually, she was the one ordering takeout. "Oh, that's sweet," she replied, her tone too saccharine, too forced. "What did you make?" I gestured toward the dining room. The table was set with our finest china, silver gleaming under the soft candlelight, her favorite flowers arranged perfectly in the center. Her gasp filled the room. "Colton, this is beautiful," she said, voice softening, almost apologetic. For a fleeting moment, I nearly believed her. "Come sit," I said, pulling out her chair. She hesitated for a second, a mix of awe and unease in her eyes. The only thing on the table was a covered platter. "I made something special just for you," I said, my voice tight, each word carefully chosen. I lifted the lid, and beneath it wasn't a meal, not a gourmet dish, but the investigator's report, meticulously arranged. Photos of her with the other man, embracing, laughing, living a life of betrayal. Her face drained of color. Breath shallow. Rapid. One manicured hand flew to her mouth. "Dubby, what is this?" she whispered. "It's a summary of your spa day, Melissa," I said, calm but cutting. "Or should I say, your gym day? The one where you worked so hard with your personal trainer." Her knees buckled. She collapsed to the floor, reaching toward me, eyes wide with terror. "Colton, please. It's not what it looks like," she begged, trembling. "Oh, I think I understand perfectly," I said, voice icy now. "I understand that you've been lying to me for months. Sleeping with another man while I've been working my ass off to provide for you. I understand that you're a complete fraud." Tears welled in her eyes, black mascara streaking down her cheeks. She was a broken, pitiful sight. A fleeting pang of pity touched me, but it was quickly consumed by a hot, consuming rage I could no longer restrain. "I'm so sorry, Colton. So sorry," she cried, crawling toward me, desperate. "I don't know what I was thinking. Please, please forgive me." I stood over her, rehearsed words flowing as if I'd been saying them in my head for days. Detached, watching the scene unfold like an observer. "Forgive you," I said, disdain dripping from every syllable. "You think an apology fixes this? That saying sorry makes everything normal again? This isn't a TV show, Melissa. This is real life. And you've destroyed everything we had." I walked to the living room, grabbed a file from the coffee table, and held it up. "I've already spoken to my lawyer," I said, tone steady, unwavering. "I'm filing for divorce. You'll be served tomorrow. I want you out of this house by the end of the week. I've already packed some of your things." Her sobs escalated into full-blown wails. Red, swollen eyes locked on me. "But where will I go?" she cried. "That's not my problem anymore," I said, turning away. "You should have thought about that before betraying me." She continued to cry, but I didn't look back. I poured myself a generous glass of whiskey and took a long drink, watching her sobbing from the archway. I realized something then. I felt nothing. Rage, pain, all gone, replaced by a hollow emptiness. It was a hollow victory, but a victory nonetheless. She had come home glowing, thinking she had gotten away with it. Now her world was collapsing, and she had no one to blame but herself. I took another sip of whiskey and walked to the bedroom, not daring to look at her again. Her cries echoed through the house, but I ignored them. Closing the door behind me, the sound of her wailing became the final note of our marriage.